Hey guys, welcome to a very special episode of Jamie eating very loudly while I'm trying to do my intro.
I just finished
This is
a
the second
12-hour
intro
shift.
I had to do this morning. So that means you got a munch in my ear while I'm doing a fucking... You really had to cut one intro, Jamie. Right guys, as we cook up as always, please leave them stars, like, subscribe, all you normal doodads, and we greatly appreciate it. Every week it gets better and better, and it keeps us going. Next week will be our Christmas-ish episode, and we're crazy looking forward to it because we've got questions, we've got stories. It's just going to be absolutely fucking mad, so we really hope you tune in and you enjoy it. And if you still want to put your email or anything in, we will be recording on the 20th, so you've got up till then to get all your mad stories and anything you want to hear from us by then. We also have a slightly sadder news. I don't know if anyone tuned in for our interview we had a few months ago on Chat and Spin Radio. We had some news this morning that the really nice guy that interviewed us, Ron, had passed away. So we just want to pass our condolences on thoughts to the family. And it was a fucking crazy shock. We were planning on having another interview.
Yeah.
I kind of wish we'd done it before all this had happened.
But all we can say is I wish him and his family all the best.
For sure.
Well, his
it's not
family
a
all
good
the
time
best.
to lose anyone. Unless you're on your cast of EastEnders or Coronation Street, because every Christmas someone dies, it does my tits in.
It's the only episode worth watching of the year, Dan. It's the only episode worth watching
mate.
of the year.
My stepdad always wants to watch it, and we all fucking hate it. And you're just waiting for someone to... You're basically putting bets on who's going to kick it. You know what I mean? If I worked on there...
Actually, no. Sorry.
If I worked on set of one of them shows, Christmas I would be the most stressed out, because if you open your script and you're dead, that's it, you're fucking fired. You know what I mean? So it's like, have I messed up this year? Is it coming? Oh no, I'm alive. That's all right. Another year down.
You get two lines and they're like, oh no, but you just fall down a hole, innit?
Yeah. Dan's fallen over a bridge. Oh, well, that's me done. I would proper kick off as well. I'd be like mad-libbing during the episode. They'd be like, shut up, Dan. No, this is my out.
Yeah.
I've got to go in fucking style.
You go like Shia LaBeouf, where he starts going crazy.
Mental, yeah.
Just walk in with a plastic bag
I
on your
would
head
do.
saying, I'm not famous, innit?
It's got to be crazy when you're like... Because they get paid per episode, right?
Mm-hmm.
You just got constant money coming in. All of a sudden, you've kicked it. That
I would
could
hope
be
they
your
give
career
them a bit
down
of
the fucking pan.
notice, but you don't know. It's a cutthroat world, isn't it?
Yeah, because when you go for the character, they're not going to be like, oh, by the way, this is a short-lived character.
No.
Just to let you know, once you get comfortable, we're going to knock you off. So, just be on your toes all the time. Anyway, we've gone off subject already. We have more news about special-ish episodes. So, Jamie let us all know that he's once again going on holiday, leaving this miserable, cold existence to what he likes to refer as his villa.
It's not my villa.
It's not. That's how you like to say it there. I was like, where are you going? You were like, my villa, Dan. Oh, your villa, Jamie, is it?
Charlotte's family villa that I'm allowed to go to.
So obviously we have to pre-record, which works out quite well because the next episode, obviously after Christmas, is New Year. So we've decided to do a New Year-ish episode. You have to keep up with the issues, Jamie.
The issues, yeah.
And you're gonna have to bring a bottle, ladies and gentlemen, because we're gonna do a drink-along episode. That's what we've got planning. So we've got games, trivia, and it all revolves around alcohol. We got little quirks that if me and Jamie do, you've got a drink as well. So
it should be good.
It's going to be for everyone. You can have, yeah. play it at a party. Be great. Go around your mates for a Christmas party. Put Two Men No Hope on, and everyone joins in. So we've done a week because I'm gonna be fucking smashed. I was trying to think of an alcohol that wasn't too high a percentage, so I wouldn't fucking knock out after 10 minutes.
I'll be like, right, we got to calm this down because we'll be half an hour in, and me and you are absolutely slaughtered trying to fucking carry on.
Yeah, I might have to plan this episode out a bit more than our usual go ahead. But yeah, hopefully you enjoy the episode and you join in. There isn't a lot of time for you to send in questions and that. We'll be recording on the 22nd for that. If you do want to try and quickly get in anything, a story, anything like that, there is still time. Otherwise, it's just going to be funny. Drinking. It's always good. Games and drinking at New Year's.
I think that's actually better at New Year's to do like games and drinking rather than going to like some nightclub that's going to charge it over the odds just because it's New Year's.
Oh yeah, fuck that. Not a chance. Get your mates together at your fucking house or your family. See, my family and Jamie's family are quite different, whereas we drink but not excessively, and Jamie's the opposite.
I don't know whether I'll accept that, man, as a statement.
I've been out with your family many times, and it's not like my family. But yeah, so lots of things to look forward to. I hope you'll stick around. You know what I mean? We've got lots planned. But before we crack on with the emails, Jamie, how have you been since Thursday?
It doesn't feel like that long ago, this recording, does it?
No, it wasn't, because we did it late last week and now we're doing it early
this week. Yeah. Yeah, I've been alright. Pretty uneventful weekend. England got knocked out of the fucking World Cup, so I had a bit of dismay on the Saturday. Other than that,
Paddy won though.
Paddy won, yeah. And then people tried to argue it, and he clearly won. So anyone that watches the fights, get over yourself.
It's because he didn't like It was down to like points, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was down to points, and really, at that weight class, there's not many knockouts. So
he looked really bad. Like normally when he slims down, he just looks slick, but he looked like hollow this time. Like his eyes were all dark, and he looked really fucking.
I think because of obviously the publicity behind the putting on all the weight and losing all the weight, I think he went a bit overboard this time round. Where it was less publicised, he, I think, was just maintaining like a bit more weight, where he had to drop 10 not 10 kg, 10 pounds the day before the fight, which is a lot of fucking weight to lose.
But if anyone could do it, he can.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so yeah, it was fights of football. We did better than I thought we were going to do. I still thought France was going to beat us, which they did. Should have put money on it, really.
I'll sound like every fucking British person in the country in a minute, where that referee was paid by the French, or he has French ancestors, because he was letting all kinds of shit happen. All kinds of shit happen. And I got to a point, you know when you drink so much? I just drank so much on Saturday that I just become sober. And I was just like, I was drinking and nothing was happening, so I just gave up drinking and then just started eating like loads of crap, because my mum bought loads of beige food for like everyone to eat. And then I woke up the next day, I just felt so bloated and stuff, and England had lost. I had like the serious case of the morning after blues, if you know what I mean. I was just like, why? Why do I put myself through this? For an England game?
No. The only thing that was blue over here was my lips when I woke up that morning. Fucking hell was it cold.
Oh, damn. I've had people at work asking me if you're okay. They're worried about your well-being. The lack of heating.
Yes, for the record, I am fine. It's cold, but I'm a butcher. I'm cold, you know what I mean, 90% of the time. It's just that it'd be nice to come home to some heat. But there's always my electric blanket. I'm like an old man. I come home and I huddle up in a little blanket and eat my dinner, my microwave dinner, and then I go upstairs and lay under my electric blanket.
You're like a fucking charity advert.
Hey man, I'll take the charity advert. They get paid more than I fucking get paid. But so once again, we have lots of emails, which is really nice. It's always good to get. We actually just got one literally as we started recording,
which is
it's a little bonus one thrown in there. It's mad, isn't it? So it's gonna be a lot of sniffing. I'm gonna lean across. Anyway, so this previous listener has emailed in again. She gives good feedback on the D&D episode, which is what we wanted, because she says it wasn't her cup of tea, and that's what we said before the episode. Like, if it's not normally your thing, please give it a go. And it's, you know, people really enjoyed it. So thanks for feedback. We are doing Jamie's one of a post-apocalyptic.
It'll be carnage, I think. Should be good.
Yeah. So looking forward to it. So she says, at this point in the year, it's the most expensive time. For me and a few friends have birthdays around this time of year, and of course Christmas. Do you think it's out of order to say to my friends that we don't gift each other this year, as it all adds up to a lot of money? I actually do this because my mum's birthday is 2 days after Christmas. So I know exactly what you do. I don't normally get you a gift. Not saying that you're...
No. We've occasionally, maybe like once or twice, we've done it to each other. But I think Charlotte has the same issue with girl mates. And this year they've decided to do a very similar thing. Like, some of them have said, don't get me this, or just get their kids something, or whatever. It's not out of order at all, I don't think. Like, a lot of people struggle for money, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. It gets mental. Like you said, like kids, like, it's all well and good when you were younger, and it was just, say, like, you and 4 others, but then if all of them have got 2 kids, you know, like, that's mental prices.
Like, my brother's got a girl pregnant, and this year, my mum's like, this is your last Christmas, Kieran. This is your last Christmas. Next year, the baby will get presents and you're not getting nothing. And I could see Kieran just sitting there, yeah, and he's like, Mum, you can't do that. And she's like, yes, I can. You're not getting anything. No, you're a dad. You don't get nothing.
I can hear your mum saying that to him as well in Kieran's face.
It fucking crap me up. But no, like, men are very different to women as well. Like, with men, I think you're my only mate that I've bought something for as a present out of anyone that I've been friends with over the years. I might be missing out some people, but unless I've been invited to, like, a big do, like their 30th or something like that, or 21st, I've not. But I don't think presents are a thing that you do really, really friends. I know it's a bit different for women, but people will understand you ain't got the money. I think the only times me and you have ever is when something comes up near to Christmas, and I'm like, oh man, I've got to get that for Jamie for Christmas. Like the one year we were playing like NHL on the Xbox for ages. Oh yeah. And it was all through December, and we were talking about our favourite teams, and I was like, oh, I've got to get Jamie a jersey. So I got him a jersey, but it was just happened to be. It wasn't like planned or anything like that. No, that was crazy. That was like a really appreciated gift as well, because obviously I wasn't expecting it. And then now, even to this day, because that was years ago, isn't it? You got me that. To this day, because that's the Boston Bruins jersey, and I've got the Boston Celtics. I've got both of them hanging up in my gym downstairs. Got them both on the wall next to each other. That's a good jersey, it is. Yeah, so no, I don't think it's out of order. I think things change, you know what I mean, and it does add up to a lot of money. I think if you still want to do something, I think you just say, can I get you a joint birthday Christmas present? Yeah.
what's the difference?
Or say like, oh, we'll go out and do like an afternoon tea or something and do something together, and that could be the joint present. So it's like more of an experience than a.
Yeah, you could do that. Then you're not missing out on anything as well. You get a bit of it.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I like giving things to people
money.
in it that I can attend.
I thought I was the cheapskate. It's Jamie. They're like, oh, I got you this spa day. It's there's two tickets there. Yeah.
Just, wonder who you're taking.
I'm free. Yeah.
Wonder who
I'm free
you're
on
taking.
that day. You know what? Until you figure out who you want to give, I'll hold on to that one. You just let me know and I'll pass it.
Because I was looking at the London Lions basketball tickets for the two boys for Christmas, and I was like, well, I'll obviously get myself a ticket as well. And I was just like, I'll get them two a ticket and me a ticket, and then really I'm just getting people to come to the game with me.
I thought you were gonna be that husband there, where you were like, "Oh, Charlotte, I got these basketball tickets," and she's like, "Why?" I thought it'd be good for us to go, and it's just something you want to do, and you just take
yeah. Nah, I'm not that bad. I know. I'm quite. Charlotte is probably the only person that really receives like quite a lot from it. I'm like a pretty. I always go over the top, and she gets annoyed with me with the amount of stuff I give her.
Yeah, but then she can rub it into her mates, can she?
Yeah, true.
What did you get? Oh, Jamie got me. Blah blah blah. Yeah, she's only saying that to you because of all the money, but really, that's what she wants.
But if you like me, I've got about, you say friends, but they're like more associates. Got about 1 million of them. If I got a present for every one of them cunts, I'd be poor. Like, I wouldn't have no money. Like, I already struggle for money in December for the amount of times I go out. So let alone adding like another £300 on top of presents. Because like a little like pamper kit that you get like for a woman for like a present or whatever for Christmas, that's still like 25-30 quid. They all add up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got 10 mates, that's you done.
Fuck no. Just make something if they really want something. That's the thought that counts, isn't it?
Make them like a shitty angel for the top of their tree, like little year 3s do in school.
see how good a friend they are if they say to you like, "This is shit," or "Thanks," so they just like stuff it in a bag, take it away with them.
If I was to get you saying proper shit, would you tell me that you hate it?
Well, we'll find out next week, won't we?
I think I'd be able to tell by your face because you'd be like smiling at it, but I could see the pain in your eyes.
Yeah, as I've gotten older, my facial expressions have got more like obvious. I can't hide it anymore. So yeah, I just feel like, what's this, Jamie? What's this?
And because we used to work together on retail and on the shop floor, we couldn't actually say what we was thinking. We used to talk to each other through our faces.
I still do that sometimes at work. Yeah, so hopefully you can sort that out. If they get annoyed, fuck them. You know what I mean? You don't have to fucking spend your money on them. Gesture of goodwill and all that sort of, stick up their fucking... Yeah, Jesus, I do swear a lot, don't I? Just fucking...
I've never noticed how much I swear until I edit our podcast.
Yeah.
Sometimes we'll be saying something, and I've said fuck like 11 times, and you said fuck about 9 times. And that's all in like the space of a sentence, just saying to each other. And I'm like, does anyone understand what we're saying? They're just hearing fuck, 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 fuck.
We're never going to go viral at this rate, Jay. We're going to be censored left, right, and centre.
We have to PG ourselves.
Maybe in the new year. I'm not doing it right now. Right. Next listener. So he says, just wondered what you do in my shoes. To impress a girl, I've told her I could cook the meanest surf and turf and really talked up my cooking skills. Well, that's landed me in hot shit because she wants me to cook for her Friday evening next week and I'm at a total loss. I've considered confessing, getting in some restaurants, food from Deliveroo or such things, or learning how to cook within a day or so. How are you two at cooking? How would you go around this? Well, Jamie, How are you at cooking?
How am I at cooking? Up until yesterday, until I got feedback from the wife, I thought I was reasonable. But she said
Right.
her first thing that came out of her mouth when I read that email out to her was, "What would you cook? You're shit." That's what she said to me. I've been out here trying
That's
my
brilliant.
best, Dan. Just trying my best, and it's not been living up to Charlotte's standards. But everyone's got to remember,
Makes
I
me
live with
laugh.
Gordon Ramsay because she thinks.
I was gonna say, you gave her such a good comment about her being Gordon Ramsay last episode, and she just said you were shit.
Yeah, and she critiques me like I'm Gordon Ramsay. Now, a lot of my issue is because I can eventually get there. My issue with cooking is I'll go into I've done it before. I think I've said it before in the podcast. I go into the kitchen and say there's like chicken, rice, and broccoli, which is my normal, boring, fucking trying to lose weight food, and I'll go in and I'll put the chicken straight on, and then I'll just walk off and leave it, and then everything else is not done, and then I get back up when the chicken's done, and I'm in sheer panic because and then I start fucking up the whole kitchen because I'm like, I can't put all of the ingredients together and time it all and all that stuff. It's just too much for me, isn't it? I start losing my mind. Unless it's
And
like,
you don't like touching chicken either.
I'm not good at touching chicken, no. Unless it's like
You buy it
like a
pre-cut up,
bolognese
don't you?
or like a chili con carne where it's all in one pot. I can't deal with it very well.
I remember trying to teach you how to cook. What was I teaching you? Hunter's chicken.
Oh yeah,
That was pretty good actually. That's a nice.
it ends
easy
up
one.
being good, yeah.
Yeah. Not that you ever did anything with it after that, but we had a good dinner.
Wasn't that for
I,
Charlotte? I was trying to learn to cook because of Charlotte. Sure it
Yeah.
was. So
Well, when
we
you
actually had
first
this
started going out.
situation. I went
Yeah,
to learn
when I
to
was
cook.
trying to help you out. Yeah. Never did anything with it.
Well, I thought I did, Dan. I thought I was acceptable, but clearly not.
Well, so I do this exact same thing because everyone knows that women love a cook.
Mm.
I can cook, and I have to be honest. I have to cook as well because obviously I can't have milk and stuff. If I want certain things, I have to just cook them myself.
Yeah.
But my family are big on that. So like my mum and my nan always used to cook, and I used to help them out, and like baking and stuff. We all do that. So like my nan was good at pies, my mum makes scones, and I'm good at cake. So it's like a family thing really. My dad, my real dad, his stuffing at Christmas, the only fucking thing I miss, man, is that
really?
fucking stuffing. Yeah, so good. But I mean, you've got ages, man. You've got like what, next Friday? I would cook it a couple times. Like if you just Google it, you'll get like an easy recipe on the internet. Do not fess up. Fuck that. Do not fess up. You know, worst come for worst, do the ordering from delivery, but do not fess it up.
No.
Don't do
No.
that.
I was like, if you mess up, then the whole relationship's been a lie, isn't it? Like, that's what she'll
Yeah.
think. I've been not in the situation where I pretended that I could cook surf and turf, because surf and turf
That's
is a fucking
quite a
like
weird
big.
thing
That's a
to-
restaurant dish.
Yeah.
You're cooking
That's a big
lobster.
thing, yeah.
How the fuck is he gonna get a live lobster and cook it?
No, you could do different. I suppose no, that is quite. You get it already frozen,
Suppose you
like
could.
already
Yeah.
sorted out. You just got to heat it up.
I don't
It's
know.
an expensive fucking.
That's
meal,
way
I'll tell you
beyond
that
my
much. It's
fucking
like,
scope. Way beyond my scope. Surf and turf.
it's just a lot of fucking. Actually, I think that's quite quick, isn't it? Like lobster and mussels and all that are quite a quick thing to cook.
Yeah, but getting this, trying to that stuff might actually be easier. You might have to practice doing the actual steak itself, because I don't think I would be able to cook it if I haven't cooked a steak off at all in my life. I wouldn't know how to cook it medium, or medium rare, or however she wants it. So do a quick Google and then do it as a
I'm listening.
practice thing.
So I'm just looking up surf and turf because in my head I don't know what I was thinking. Combine seafood and red meat. Typically seafood component, which would be
It's normally like
lobster, prawn, shrimp,
scallops,
squid,
lobster,
scallops, any of which can be steamed, grilled or breaded or fried. The meat is typically beef steak, although others can use. What was I thinking of? Like a clam bake. Mussels. Yeah, there's no mussels in fucking... Oh god, Jamie Oliver, you can suck my fucking... I hate that fucking guy. That's not that bad then. Yeah, if you can get like lobster tail, just quickly steam that off with some fucking butter and then cook a steak. That's not... Oh man. I would say practice at least twice before you do it for her. And if anything, you've now learned how to cook a new meal, and then it won't be a lie anymore, will it?
True. And if surf and turf's the main thing you've talked up, then you could just say, oh, I'm not very good at anything else.
That's quite a fancy fucking dish, so anything after that is going to be piss.
Charlotte was like,
That's what I say about that.
how would you maintain a relationship after making up this lie? I was like, that is clearly how men and women are divided, because I was thinking, go take it to the grave. That's what I was thinking. Take the lie to the grave. And Charlotte was like, how would you maintain a relationship? I was like, no, I would take that to the grave. She was like, what, you would lie to me that much? I said, I've lied to you that much. She was like, about what?
That's it, yeah, you've opened it now, Jamie. That's the can that's opened.
She questions me over everything. Anyway.
But I mean, it's easy because obviously they're not living together, so you start off with that, and then that keeps her happy probably for like a few weeks, and then she's like, oh, it was really nice when you cooked for me, and then you just downplay it. Then you'd be like, oh, why don't I just cook you something quick like bolognese?
Yeah.
And then
Something
you're
homely.
starting off from the bottom then. Yeah.
Homely. That's a good word to use.
Something, I mean, easy.
Yeah.
And then all you have to do then is a surf and turf for like a fucking birthday or something. So it's done, Jamie. So it's done.
Charlotte's the first girlfriend that I had that actually had a good taste in food. Like, she was a foodie. All my previous girlfriends before that, if any of them are listening, I'm going to be absolutely insulted by this. But they were like chicken nugget and chips type of girl. Do you know what I mean? Like, I could rock up. Put some McCain chips on, and like put a few fucking chicken nuggets on, and they would have been happy.
You sound like you're 12. Like you've invited around for a happy meal.
Well, I was very young, Dan, when I was before I was dating Charlotte. You got to remember, I was 21 when I met her.
Fucking hell, that's mental.
Chicken nuggets, I can't be
remember
argued with. They are a staple in the British.
See, I'm a
society.
dippers person. I prefer chicken dippers.
Chicken what?
Dippers.
Yeah, I prefer chicken dip. I don't really like chicken nuggets, to be fair.
No, dippers are much better. When I was with my ex, we all used to eat, before I can't have egg anymore, chips, sausage and egg. It's a nice, oh mate, I miss that. That's such a good fucking meal. We
what can't you have out of that?
2-3 times a week. Egg.
You can't eat the egg?
I can't eat egg, no.
Damn.
Well, technically I could, but I'd be like super bloated and gassy.
Oh, right, okay. So you could do it, but you'd have to have the day off the day after.
No, I could still get through it. The egg isn't like dairy. Like dairy's, fuck it, no, I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah, egg, I'm just a bit like, it's like people have like gluten. Like
yeah,
bloated
like the problem I have with bread.
Yeah, it's a bit like that. But I can get through it. Smelly farts.
Fucking dietary requirements. I wonder whether that people in medieval times had these problems and just dealt with it, or whether they just were starving all the time and just eating like a quarter of bread every couple of weeks.
Well, you would just deal with it. You would have a glass of milk and then blow it out your ass and be like,
into
oh,
the
that
street
was a bit weird.
because you didn't have a toilet. Fucking disgusting.
Mate, it must be free and just be able to like stick your ass over the side of your windowsill and just blow it out of the window.
What, shit down the back of your house?
Well, in London and stuff, that's what they did. They used to chuck the buckets of shit out their window, didn't they?
I
If you're
always
underneath
wonder.
it,
I
then-
always say to Chuck, do you know when I'm watching like something from like medieval times, like fucking God knows, like King Arthur or something, yeah. And I'm like, I wonder what my ancestors would have been. I said, would they be them little paupers that like throwing tomatoes at the fucking king as they walk past? Do you know what I mean? Them little weird like, and they've always got like 2 teeth and like fucking shit all over their face. Just like, I bet that was my fucking great uncle. It's not like a Earl of Cambridgeshire or something. It will be some little fucking pauper throwing tomatoes at a posh person.
Well, you're Irish and Scottish, aren't you?
Yeah, true. I would be happy
Yeah.
if my ancestors was like one of the guys that fought with like William Wallace. That would be cool.
Well, more than likely. I'd be topply top because my last name is as English as you can get.
Yeah, you'd probably be like having a state or something.
Yeah.
Right.
Not now.
Bring the horses round. Bring the horses.
We lost it all. And now I'm stuck in a freezing cold house.
Through bad decisions and alcoholism.
Right. Alcoholism, yeah, more than fucking likely. Right, so the next listener, this is a big email, but I feel that all of it is pretty funny, so I'm going to try and read all of it with gaps of laughter.
Some of the emails for this episode is very long.
Yeah, but they're pretty good though. So this guy says, I feel your pain, Jamie. I have had a year of injuries this year. I broke my leg in February and had 7 weeks off work. Came back on light duties and fell down the stairs and got some stitches in my arm and head. But I would never look at a gin glass the same way after your story. I was like, what's he talking about? And then I was like, oh yeah, shit.
It goes to show how far behind some people are, isn't it?
Yeah. It's good though. They're working their way through though.
Mm.
But then when you send the email in, you've now got to 10 episodes until you hear your email being read out.
You might do what I
jump
do.
ahead.
I listen to the most current one that comes out, and then I go back to where I was, and then the weekly.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, because a lot of the time, like with us, it's not co-current where like there's a continuous story going through it. So you can do that. There's a few throwbacks though that I don't understand sometimes.
Well, yeah, you wouldn't get but then I suppose you got to look for them, then, didn't you?
Yeah.
Maybe someone will find our Paddy Gimlet Pimlet thing.
Oh, please find it.
No one said anything about the Star and A's thing yet either.
Yeah, well, there's still time.
Fridays for so.
It's only Tuesday.
So he says, and don't worry, Dan, I haven't forgot about you. If I had a vagina, I'd be all over you like a fly on shit, riding you like a camel in the savannah. I'll take that.
I coughed up my broccoli earlier at lunch.
To me, that's better, Jamie, because it's easy for someone like, you know what I mean, just to throw themselves at you, but he wants to become someone else to throw himself at me. That's hard work, Jamie. That's hard work. And I'll take it. So he says, his question is a little strange, but if you take the time to email in, we read it out. I don't see a problem. So he says, me and my girlfriend have been together for 4 years, and it's been a long distance until I finished up my job on the rigs and moved back to my hometown. We have a great relationship and get on like a house on fire. We only spend time on the occasional holiday together in the past 4 years. We could do 2 weeks in Florida or something like that every now and then. But I'm home now, and reality of being around each other all the time has set in, and we both have traits that aren't too matching, to say the least. She is into Wicca, and so is her mum and dad. They practice it quite heavily, and my family are Christians, and I do not think it will match up very well in the future. I personally do not follow any religion, and I think it's a way of controlling the masses, but even after that, I'm not sure if I can deal with the Wicca lark. And he's left us a link so we could sort of like look it up. past this we have a good relationship, and she waited 4 years for me to come home. Do I express my distaste for it, or shall I accept that what she's into and move on with life? I get you wouldn't want to discuss religion on the podcast, so I will not feel insulted if you do not use your email. Like I said, if you've taken the time to email in, we're quite happy to help you out. And that's quite a good question, I think.
It is, definitely.
Something different we haven't talked about before. Yeah, so that's quite a weird one. Like, I don't think I've ever actually met anyone that's into like Wiccan and stuff like that. Like,
no,
that's like
it's normally quite an American thing,
isn't it? Yeah, I think Scottish are quite into it, but they're into more like the crystals and all that sort of stuff. Not so much like the spells and. I tried to look at the link.
From what I understand, a Wiccan is like a white witch.
Yeah.
That is. They do like. It's like a pagan.
Pagan, that was the word I was looking for.
It's a pagan religion.
Mm-hmm. It said
I don't think there's any like real harm in it. I think it's just.
No, it said that it doesn't always revolve around magic. Because
there
was like 2 different types, yeah. So it said it's not always about like magic and stuff like that. I think it depends on how heavily they push it. You know what I mean? Like I could date someone and they be into something like that, and if they don't constantly go on about it, then it wouldn't be something they're interested in. It
to me. I know this is going to sound absolutely ridiculous, yeah, but if someone was a vegan, if I was to date someone that was a vegan, yeah, and they didn't push it on me constantly and didn't talk to me about how fucking cows get killed in the fucking abattoirs and all that shit, then it wouldn't even be a thing in the relationship, and I think I would be very much the same about any religion they follow as well. Do you know what I mean? I think Wiccan's like probably quite a liberal religion anyway, so I don't think she could push much on you unless she actually wants you to get involved in some kind of like fucking ritual in the woods or something. But
then I can imagine the sex would be pretty good with someone because they're a bit mental, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like all that free love and shit.
Yeah,
is that what Burning Man isn't? Burning Man's not Wiccan, is it?
I don't know. I don't know much about it. All I know is that it's like a non-harmful version of witchcraft or something. Someone has tried to explain it to me. That is a Wiccan person, and I've just like lost all bearings on what they've said to me, basically. But
the Wicker Man.
The Wicker Man.
That was a really good. Yeah.
But no, I just think it's a little bit. It's a little bit off key. I'm not gonna lie. But if she's waited for you for them 4 years, as you said, and she's not gonna push her religion on you, just go for it. If I got with a Muslim girl and she said, "I want to be Muslim, but I don't want to push it on you," are you okay with that? And her whole family was Muslim, and when I go around there, I'd have to wear like some of their traditional dress or whatever. I would do that as long as I'm not having to fucking practice the religion. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I agree. I think everyone's entitled to their own sort of things, and like you said, if she's waited that long, it's you got to give it a good enough chance to. Everyone's going to have these things. Like when you first spend a lot of time with someone, even like moving in, you suddenly see all these different things, but they're just stuff you're not used to. That's all they are. That's why they stand out, because you haven't been around them, and unless they like physically like enrage you or affect your life in some way, like they cannot be overcome. So I think you got to give it a good enough chance. And I found it I was reading a little bit of it. I found it quite interesting. So you never know. You don't have to practice it, but you might find certain parts of it,
helpful in life,
quite intriguing. Yeah.
When me and Charlotte first moved in together, it was a learning curve for both of us. Do you know what I mean? I'm not messy for a guy at all. Like compared to all my friends and her family members and stuff, I'm quite tidy. But Charlotte's like proper tidy, innit? Like she needs things in certain places at certain times, and it's just like that was a massive thing for us at the beginning. So I think, as you said, that you just get over a hump. You'll get over that hump of like new experiences. But when my family are Catholic, Irish Catholic, Charlotte's nothing really. Like they don't do anything religious. Charlotte's been to a lot of like funerals and like because obviously, as you know, Dan, someone in my family dies like every fucking couple of months. Because my family's so big. Yeah, we'd do like funerals. There'd be like you go to like a mass the year after you've lost someone and stuff like that. But I'm not a practicing Catholic. I'll go to the church to pay respect because that person in the family felt that way about the religion. And Charlotte comes along, and we just think of it lightheartedly, innit? Like we just laugh about how many times we have to stand up and sit down in the fucking church, and how the priest just absolutely waffling on, and like I'm seriously paranoid when I'm in church. Yeah, that the priest is making full eye contact with me because he knows I'm not singing them hymns, innit? He knows I'm not singing the hymns. And when they're singing, everyone else is singing in the church, and they're doing all like the God blimey, all that fucking bullshit they do. He's like looking at me dead in the eyes, going, "I know you're here. The devil's child. The devil's child is here."
Spectacles, testicles, wallet, and watch. So you... so you That's like watch the priest. That's what he'll be miming as he's doing it to remember. But yeah, let us know what you decide to do, whether you decide to give it a go or not. I think you're best to give it a go. I think it'd be the best sort of.
I think unless they're like overly into it, like weirdly into it, like cult-like into it, then just go for it. Don't matter, does it? I
think we've said in the last episode when we said about the mother-in-law get too involved, like I wouldn't worry too much about your family and her family, because how often are they going to meet? It's just about you two. You know what I mean? And like I said, if she's not overly, like, she's not putting up fucking ritual things, and like you wake up at 1 o'clock in the morning and she's got like a leaf over her crotch and she's dancing around the room. You know what I mean? It's not a massive.
You wake up and she's shrinking like heads from the fucking morgue in the bath or something. Then
flicking goat blood over your face to try and sting you. But if you've been dealing with her for 4 years, she's obviously not that crazy over the top about it. So give it a go, man. Get Christmas, enjoy yourself, and start the new year, and let us know how it goes. This stuff's fucking quality.
I'm gonna have to try some of that.
I can't stop fucking drinking it. Yeah, it's really good. It's cheap as well. Oops, gone down the wrong hole now. Right, so this is an update and just a quick question. So, we've had this guy on the podcast a couple of times. He first come on where his neighbour was stealing his items, so he was stealing his Crocs. Do you remember that? And he was wearing them in front of him.
Oh, he stole his sex toy as well, didn't he?
Yeah. So he's emailed and he's said to us, hope you enjoyed Canada. I'm due to go there next year. What part did you fly out to? So I flew to Toronto. That's where Jim stays. That's the only part of Canada I've ever been to. Like, I haven't really been to. It's fucking massive. But Toronto, it's amazing. If you go to Toronto, you have to go to Chica's, and you have to go to Ava's. You have to go there and then email me and tell me what you think of them, because they're fucking amazing. And then he says, I have a quick update on the Croc Thief. Oh yeah, this is what we've been waiting for. He has been arrested and charged for the for the parcel thief on the estate, and he has been placed, and his place is now up for rent. So I won't have to be dealing with him again. It's so good when people get fucked, get calm. You know what I mean? He must have been nicking everyone's fucking parcels, like the whole estate.
Yeah, if he was like one of them trampy guys, he's probably like that's his day job, isn't it? Going around nicking everyone's parcels.
Yeah, what a prick.
If he decided he didn't want it, he'd set it on Facebook or something.
The fucking police probably went into his flat and there was just like piles of boxes with other people's names on it.
Like Del Boy, innit? Like back in the day with Del Boy and all this dodgy shit.
But thank fuck, now you can live in peace and get all the dirty sex toys you want and no one's be nicking them. So, hurrah! That's what I was thinking. I never thought I was like, sweet.
Me and you go down such different roads when we read things, man. It's so funny.
So, just a quick question. He says, I'm off work at the moment after a car crash that had me pretty banged up for a couple of weeks. Glad you're okay.
Yeah.
Feeling better. He says, I'm bored to death. Is there any games or TV shows you guys could recommend for a binge? I will do anything but rom-coms. So I was trying to think about this. So there's a show that they're bringing out a second season of, or last season. It's called Hunters. I don't know if it was on Amazon Prime, which is really good. Which is about, it's got Al Pacino in it.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good. Where they're like
Nazi hunters.
Their Nazi hunters. Yeah. So if the second season's coming out, that'd be quite a good one to catch up with. And I'm watching Happy again, which is on Netflix.
Yeah, Happy's a brilliant show. If you want like light-hearted, gory comedy, that is what you want to watch.
Yeah, Happy. It's on Netflix. Watch it. What have you been watching at the minute?
Recently, I just finished The Peripheral, which I think is really good.
Oh, I've only just started that.
Yeah, that's really. It gets a little. You have to stay with it because during the middle bit, the dystopian side of it takes over a bit, but then it brings it back at the end of the first season. I think it is a good show, and it should be a good show going on. I don't know what else. I'm not playing any games at all at the minute. I don't know about you.
No, I mean, God of War, Ragnarok. God of War.
Oh yeah,
Ragnarok.
if you're a PlayStation player, I would recommend that. Even though I've never played it, but I know everyone else talks about it.
Yeah, it's fucking quality. Wednesday was really good.
Yes.
I really enjoyed that.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
But I don't know whether it's my age or what, but I've never understood the Addams Family and what it's all about. And I really enjoyed Wednesday, yeah. But it's still just like her whole family element of it just threw me off. I was like, I don't understand what the fuck the Addams Family is about. Like, you got Uncle Fester, who's like a weird, like, camp bald man hanging out in the woods, yeah. And then you got her dad's like overly sexual, and he looks like a troll. He looks like a troll.
That's that version though. Like the old ones weren't like that. The uncle was played by Doc from Back to the Future in the other two.
Yeah, I saw that. That really threw me off as well because I thought Doc was the only role he played.
Oh no, he's fucking quiet, that guy. So that's another good one. If you haven't watched The Boys yet, you better catch up on that as well because The Boys is fucking sick.
You see, they're doing a spin-off.
Yeah, with like
teen
kids
drama.
I don't give a fuck. Yeah, some shit. Nah, The Boys, it's fucking quality. But there's a few for you. If you like, I watch a lot of cooking shows, like game shows and stuff. Netflix have also got a thing called Snack versus Chef, where professional chefs they get given a snack and they've got to try and make it and then make their own. That's pretty good. 8 episodes. If you watch something like that.
If you want something that's got 14 series, which the new series has just come out, if you want a good old binge, Ink Master is on Paramount Plus, and the new season's on.
I'd rather watch. Is it Forged in Fire?
Oh yeah.
I'd rather watch that than Ink Masters.
Oh really?
There's also, if you get Discovery Plus, is $3.99 a month if you're in the UK. banging shows on that. Hoarders, the 1,000 Pound Sisters. That's a fucking cracking show. The Seven Johnstons. It's all about the little people.
Is that on Disney Plus?
And I've just started Discovery Plus.
Oh, Discovery Plus.
Discovery Plus. And I've just started watching what was it called? Fat and Love, which is about thin guys that fall in love with big women and what they go through, and it's like a little drama-y sort of.
I love you, Dan, because you're one of them guys, yeah, that I love trashy reality, and people always slag me off when I'm watching trashy reality shows, and then you take it to the next level of trashiness, and like you find these shows that I've never even known about, and then I end up hooked on them shows. You got me into Jersey Shore, and I watched. I'm now on like the 15th season of Jersey Shore, and I hate them sometimes when I'm watching it. I'm just like, you're such a dick, but I just sit there and still watch it. I'm scared of watching the Kardashians because everyone got hooked on that, and I'm like, if I watch that,
me too. I haven't. Charlotte was trying to, was showing me it, and I'm like, oh shit, I can't do it.
Yeah, because I know what I'm like. I will fall for it. I will end up in that world, and I'll be standing up for Kanye online, even though he's telling everyone that he loves fucking Hitler. Do you know what I mean? That's what will end up happening.
This Fat and Love though thing, like I feel really bad for him because obviously you can love who you want, and it's all about when they go out in public and people look and stare, which is disgusting because it's none of your business. But this guy was making me laugh because this woman was pretty big, like health risk big, and he likes her to sit on him as if like he's cuddling, but she sat on him and you couldn't see him, and she's like, "Are you all right back there?" And he's like, "Yeah." And then she's like, normally when he can't breathe anymore, he asks me to get off, and I'm like, mate, that's not healthy.
And the thing is, that's not healthy for her either, because he's gonna feed her to keep her that big, because that's his kink.
Yeah, the family was like, oh, have you thought about getting surgery? And he was like, no, she doesn't want to do it. She doesn't want surgery. And it's like, you don't love her now for her. You love her because she's big, and that's not right. But it's a good show anyway. Like, they're really funny people. Like all the people in it. Americans, they're so over the top. You know what I mean?
Is that the one where it's got like the three really big sisters?
No, that's a different one. That's like that's a mate one. The 1,000 Pound Sisters is brilliant. Me and the family watch it like religiously. It's just finished.
Mate, honestly, some of the clips I see on TikTok about that, yeah, it's fucking insane. Like, they're trying to go up like a ramp in the car, and the car just tips over. I'm just like, what the fuck? And then, like, she, like, headbutts the back of the seat, because obviously she can't put a seatbelt on. And I was just like, I would not get in the car with these three. There's no way I'd get in the car with them.
Oh, the brother is so funny. He should have his own show. But yeah, Discovery Plus, $3.99. I just leave it going because that's nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whenever I want to watch something crazy, Dr. Pimple Popper's on there.
Oh.
Fucking love Dr. Pimple Popper.
Oh, you have to be a fucking rapist to like that type of stuff.
You and your fucking rapist, man. Right. We'll move away from like TV shows and that because
we get too excited.
That's not what people are here for. They want to hear the stories. So we'll go into the email we just received. So he thanks us for the feedback from his previous email that he sent in, which was the neighbour was having unreasonably loud sex. Oh, and then the three guys come out in the middle of the night. And then he emailed back and said that he couldn't go through with it because they're talking to him. So he says, how is Jamie dealing with his vape? I know he sounds very husky lately, like he's doing some kind of sexy voiceovers for a perfume advert. I wonder if he's stuck to his no smoking. It's hard to quit. Jamie?
So...
No, we know this because you said last week, didn't you?
I don't know. Did we say last week?
And I said, well done, because I I don't care. I didn't ask.
Don't care about your friend's health, Dan. Notice when I ask you then.
What perfume you said, Joey?
I haven't even been vaping. I got ill, and then after I've been ill, I haven't smoked in like, it must be nearly 8 weeks now. Surely, I'm not even really keeping
That's
count.
crazy, man. I think that's better though, not keeping count. Cause
Yeah, I think
thinking about
I'm
it,
trying not to, because I wasn't a big smoker in the first place. I just smoked a lot when I drank, and I drank a lot, so I was always smoking.
I'm glad you're not smoking, because when we're sitting drinking and you're like, do you want to go for a cigarette? And I'm like, no. Well, just come outside then, Dan. No, I don't want to stand in the cold, Jamie, while you're having a fucking cigarette.
Now I can vape into your face if I decide to go onto the vape. But at the minute, I'm trying to stay away from the vape as well. So I'm doing okay. I have a few moments in the morning where I'm an angry ball of fucking emotions. But like up until about 9 o'clock in the morning, considering I start at 6, I'm like, like, you can't talk to me because I don't want to know. Do you know what I mean? Don't matter what you're saying to me. You could be telling me you're Charlotte and you're pregnant, and I'd be like, okay. There'd be no reaction, like just pure psycho. But but no. But other than that, once I get past that hump in the morning, I'm alright. I think that's what I always used to rely on, is that smoke in the morning.
I'm the same with like energy drinks. Like if some mornings I'm just like, I haven't got any go in me, and I think to myself, I just want one, just to fucking, just to feel that fucking anything.
I have found myself never thinking about cups of tea, because I'm not a coffee drinker. So when everyone goes to the coffee machine, because we have a Starbucks machine at work, everyone will go and get a Starbucks, and I'll go and get a cup of tea when everyone's having a Starbucks. And I've never spent so much time thinking about that cup of tea. I think about it for 2.5 hours in the morning. I just stand there like thinking about how many sugars I'll put in, how long I'll leave the milk in it, and that's my smoker's mentality's gone into a cup of tea, which is fucking strange.
Well,
now it's like an OCD thing.
Well, there you go. Jamie's healthy, even if he is husky. So he says, so since COVID, I've had a lot of anxiety issues. I've been dealing with my ongoing weight problems. My willpower goes from Iron Mike to Peppa Pig in around 6 hours. Do you guys have any helpful tactics with anxiety or manage your feelings? I've never felt issues before COVID, but I think the time alone and working at home has put me in a spot.
COVID did the same thing to me.
Well, a lot of things did that to me.
Well, I might have had anxiety problems beforehand, but I didn't know. But now I know I do. And COVID brought that out of me.
I think I deal better now that we do the podcast.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because we talk like this, and I always feel better. And then the listeners email in, and it makes me feel like we don't just talk shit. People are actually interested, and they want to hear from us, and it gives you that push through the week, which is why I always like receiving the emails.
Yeah.
But like today, I still have like anxiety and stuff like that. Like I was walking around Asda, and I was like, I need to have something for dinner, and all I could think about was Burger King. So then I was going around Asda going, you're not allowed a Burger King, Dan, you can't have one. So that was just putting me in a worse mood.
Yeah.
So I end up leaving Asda with 2 cartons of oat milk, 3 tins of soup, and went to Burger King anyway. And now after this after we've recorded, I'm now then going to go to bed and punish myself for having a fucking Burger King. I told myself I wouldn't have it. But you just got to find, it's all about boredom, right? They say to you like meditation and things like that, but to me it's boredom. like if you're doing something or you're concentrating on something else, you're not thinking about eating, you're not thinking about your anxiety or what's problems and stuff like that. It's when you're sitting around, your brain starts ticking, and that's what causes it. I do a thing called grounding yourself. I think it's called grounding yourself. I think I read that somewhere, where like when I'm going out somewhere and my stomach starts going, I start saying to myself, like, I'm in a car, I'm driving to this place, and I start picking things out, like, there's another car, that car is this colour, and you just keep doing it until you're not thinking about what it's causing your anxiety, you're where you are. I think that's helped me the most.
I think it is directly related as well, eating and anxiety, because when, with me especially, if I am in a bad headspace, my go-to is to eat, and eat crap, do you know what I mean? Where if I'm in a good, and it happens to me Monday to Thursday, say, I'll be in a brilliant headspace, I'll do all of the healthy eating, I'll be happy in the mornings, I can see the difference in myself, I can see the positiveness in myself. Gets to like Friday, Saturday, someone asks me to go out, I go out being social, get anxiety about going out, I wreck. The room I'm in now is my where I've got like all my clothes, and this is where all my clothes are. So I've got a wardrobe and 2 sets of chest of drawers in here, which is 6 drawers, which is way more room than any man should need for any clothes, yeah? And I will pull every single piece of clothing out of this fucking wardrobe and drawers to find what I'm going to wear that evening. And that anxiety builds up. Then I get absolutely pissed out with whoever I'm with, because all my friends do the same thing as I do and get drunk. And then I come back, I have 2 days of anxiety, then I'm back to work, and then it's just like a constant cycle. So my whole thing is, for me to be healthy and eat well and to make myself mentally better, is to break that cycle, which means don't go out, don't drink, don't do this. And then once I've done that for a couple of weeks, I'm in a good headspace to start losing the weight. I'm exercising more, I'm doing everything I should be doing, and that makes me feel better. But I think a lot of people put the blame on themselves, but the blame is like this, like the cycle you put yourself in. And I do put myself into that cycle, and it is hard to get back out of. When you know you're in it, you punish yourself even more. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'll be doing later. Burger King's my crutch.
Yeah. Burger King's your crutch. I've got Pepe's is my crutch. The fucking piri piri.
But it's harder for me though, because obviously I can't have. So when I'm really bad, and like I've had like a bad day, or like I can't switch off, I'll go and I'll have a pizza, or I'll have like chocolate.
Which fucks you up.
So I'm not only am I punishing myself, I'm then in agony for the next fucking day. But the best thing, obviously, people would say is like speak to someone. But who can afford shit like that? You know what I mean? So,
I do know now that if you're living in the UK, the NHS can provide you. You can go through a few therapists.
It's like
before you find a good one.
3 sessions or something.
Yeah, you can get some sessions.
But I think anxiety. You just got to sort of, once you find something that you can take your mind off it, you'll get better and better. You just got to sort of try and keep yourself grounded. If you can see someone, then I would in a heartbeat. But I just can't. It's the money, man. It's too fucking crazy. Just can't do it. And luckily enough, I've got Jamie and a podcast with people that actually listen. So it's like,
this is 100% my therapy right now.
Yeah. And not everyone's got that, right? So, but you are listening, so hopefully it feels like you're joining in with us, and it gives some people some peace. We've had some emails that said that it helps them through the week. So fingers crossed, man, you get it sorted, because anxiety is a fucking horrible thing to go through.
It is.
I don't care what people fucking say. Yeah. So he says, on a less so serious note, my contact lenses, I've had them in for too long now. I've been invited to the annual work Christmas retreat. It's 2 days of carnage, alcohol, and lots of crappy food. Last year when I attended, I ended up dressing as Santa's naughty little elf, i.e. a cheap, shiny green woman's bikini with golden short shorts and makeup. For the whole afternoon of golf as a forfeit for losing beer pong the night before. As I got the forfeit last year, I am due to do this one. Can you guys help me? Can you help a brother out and give me some ideas on ridiculous outfits? Doesn't have to be Christmas related. I fucking hate dressing up.
Yep, agreed. I've been invited to so many. Always, normally Halloween parties, always fancy dress. I fucking hate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I fucking hate it. I never know what to be. And then once I buy it, everything that I seem to buy to be that, unless you spend 300 or 400 quid, you're going to get a shitty like felt suit or whatever it's supposed to be. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, and the mask is like folded in half. I hate that. Where they've been like wrapped.
Yeah. Forfeit. You got to try and make it humiliating, don't you?
I think the outfit that they had you wearing was pretty fucking bang on though.
Oh, what, the naughty little Santa's elf?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is good. That's hard to top as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't even know. Like, the best thing is like something small, like Borat's mankini, whatever it is.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Or you could do something like super inconvenient and like get them dressed up as a full Christmas tree. And they have to like waddle around. So they're like them blow up suits where they're just like, where they're like T-Rexes. If you could get like
and they can't move. Oh, the T-Rex is fuck. Oh no, that's more cool than embarrassing, isn't it?
The T-Rex is cool, yeah, but there must be like embarrassing versions of it.
Like a minion.
Mm.
Walk around a fucking minion.
A minion,
Can't you get something rude like cock and balls? Like
depends where they're planning to go, innit? You could do like the Grinch and get his like cut his bum hole out, not his bum hole, but his butt, like a hole for his bum.
Cut his bum hole out.
Oh shit! But it depends where you're planning to go. Some clubs might not let you in with a bum hole, but I don't know. Maybe. Oh, it's so difficult because I hate it so much.
When I know it's hard to think of something. When I went to see Jim the first time, I think I went. We went to this Irish pub where his brother was, and we just got there, and one of his mates was like, "Oh, just to let you know that if the next one that goes to the toilet has to wear a pink tutu for the rest of the evening." And I swear to God, man, I fucking almost. Jim's like, "Do you want another drink?" And I'm like, "Mate, I'm not going to the fucking toilet." I was like, I'm about to piss myself right now. And I just waited and waited for someone to come in. But, oh, mate, nah, I couldn't do it. I don't know why it makes you feel so fucking stupid.
No,
People love that, though,
it becomes a gimmick after a while. And in fact, I should love it because I'm an attention seeker. But I'm a big attention seeker on nights out. But I don't know. I can't bring myself to it. I don't think. Wait, as soon as it's mentioned, I'm like, because I went to a wedding. Did you know I went to a fancy dress wedding?
Oh God, no.
Me and the family.
Who the fuck has a fancy dress wedding?
Oh mate, don't even fucking go there. Like, well, I'm not even gonna go there. Yeah, with that. But so my mum's friend getting married. Yeah. You got me, my two brothers, my dad, my mum was a maid of honour, so she didn't have to worry about it because they'd already like turned it into like a medieval like matron thing. I can't remember what they called it, like the women with the corsets. So they were all like properly dressed up. They had like real expensive dresses on, because Mum was maid of honour.
Okay. Yeah.
Me and Charlotte weren't long together, probably about a year or so together, and we were like, what do we do? What do we do? There's 5 of us. What do we do? They're saying to go like in the same theme, so we couldn't turn up random. We all had to go in the same theme. And so we all decided to go Centurion. We all decided to be like Roman soldiers.
Yeah.
And what in my head, what I was envisioning did not make reality. Do you know what I mean? Like, so what I was envisioning was I was going to turn up and look like fucking Russell Crowe in Gladiator, where he's got like metal chest plate and metal like all the like fucking 6-pack looking thing all over you, and looking cool. We didn't even get a plastic version of that, Dan. We got like this cheap felt version of that. So basically, I turned up in like a bed sheet. This is what it was a bought outfit, but this is what it felt like to me. It was like a bed sheet with like a felt over thing that just looked cheap as fuck, and then like some fucking Jesus sandals that we bought off fucking eBay for like £10 each. So we all turned up in them.
Shit. And
then Charlotte dressed. She put on like, do you know them little? The
like the
Greeks wore them. Them little like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Caesar things, yeah. And like a white dress, so she looked alright. But me, my 2 brothers and my dad looked like dickheads in it for the whole day, and that. Proper dickheads. We had cakes.
See, I'm the sort of person. I think I've seen a picture of that. I'm sure I have. I'm the sort of dickhead that tries to think of a fancy dress that's normal clothes. So in that sort of situation, I would have gone, oh, we could have go as the Brady Bunch. Because then you're just putting on clothes and like a wig.
My dad's friend Duncan was like, I'm in the Dead Man suit. So he went to a charity shop and bought a suit. And just said it's the Dead Man suit. I was like, you're a dickhead. I said, I've turned up in the Centurion. I'm in the dress, Dan. I'm in the dress. In the middle of Southampton. Yeah. And he's turned up and told me he's in the Dead Man suit.
That's something I would try and do. You always go like for Halloween, you're like, oh, I'm Jeffrey Dahmer or something, and you just like put a blonde wig on and a shirt. You know
How many Jeffrey Dahmers do you think there was this year at Halloween? I bet there was fucking hundreds of them.
Yeah, I bet there was. It's such an easy. You just get a sticker. It just says, "Hi, my name's Jeffrey Dahmer" or something.
Yeah.
Boom, done. You know what I mean? Endless possibilities with that. But yeah, I have no idea, man. Like, honestly, I'd. Oh,
yeah, we're not much help on the fancy dress side of things. I think maybe if you can get away with it, do something like cock and balls or something stupid, like ridiculous. If they made you dress in a bikini last time,
little short things, isn't it? Yeah.
Then that's pretty extreme.
Get the Borat mankini.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like a fucking elastic band, isn't it? Oh yeah, or just get, like Jamie said, like an oversized costume that they can barely move in.
That would be good. Funny. Do you know the girl from Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory, where she eats the plum?
Oh, that turns into a blueberry.
Yeah.
Is it? I'm sure it's a blueberry, isn't it? Is it blueberry?
I don't know. It's purple.
Yeah. Yeah, something
Violet.
like that where they like can't really move their arms. Violet, that's it.
Yeah, like something like that.
Yeah. But let us know. I'm sure you can come up with something much better than us. Normally, all I think about is tits and arse. So it's going to be sexy, or not sexy.
Just dress as Pamela Anderson and drag.
Something horrendous.
To finish off this episode, we've learnt, don't lie about cooking. If you can't cook, don't say nothing. Just don't even gloat. Just get on with life. Don't lie. you're going to end up in a situation that many men do, where you're pretending that an Uber driver is your mate, giving you some recipe tips or something, and you're going to be plating that up, and you're going to look like a dickhead. But anyway, yes. Christmas is upon us. What is this? A week before Christmas this episode comes out, so remember, please, if there's anything that you want sent in to us for the Christmas episode, we're going to be recording that on the 20th. So anything that goes past that day, we're not going to be including it in the Christmas episode. And I know some of you guys leave it till the right last minute, as we did on this episode, where we received an email as we turned on the recording. So, I hope you enjoy the next couple of weeks worth of content. And if you have anything to write in, put it into twomennohope@gmail.com. And I'll pass it over to you, Dan.
Yeah, like I said, we're recording the New Year's episode early because Jamie's away. So if you did want anything said in that episode, that's been recorded on the 22nd. So if it's not, we've got stuff planned. But if you wanted to try and get in on that time, then that's the time to do it. So, God, disgusting. Beer and Burger King. The worst burps, Jamie. So this week on No Hope Has Got Talent, we've got a previous site that's come back, Ruination. They sent us another song, which we're happy to play. We never received any information about it. I think they just want you guys to hear it. I mean, we like them and we're happy to play it. So we will link all the descriptions again in the bio. And the next time you hear us, it will be Christmas. So until then, guys, this is Ruination. No, don't do it. This is Ruination with Fading Grey. And we'll catch you next time.
Alone is a gift, I'll give it to you. Why is it every time I seem to think colors fade into gray and I'm left distressed? I put this heart in a noose for all to behold. The ending dream, the echo aside, a parting wish I deserve, a self-induced lie, tiny ray of hope, a simple delight. How many times I've passed on by, so we are lost and waiting, while I'll never find that again. And it's lost on me for all to see. And the ending day is colors fade into gray. I feel the need to hide the feelings inside. Maybe some could explain, but never ask why. All these yesterdays with nothing to show, twice as much I'll admit, but not quite as far. This alone is a gift forsaken to me, as colors fade into gray and I'm left distressed. Tiny ray of hope, a simple delight. How many times I've passed on by, so we are lost and waiting, while I'll never gift, I'll give it to you.